Okay, here we go. So I am delighted to welcome our first speaker, Anastasia Lit. Anastasia is a director and a director of investor relations for the Europe and Middle East and North Africa region at Deep Knowledge Group. She's also a skilled fintech specialist with a solid background in international business development with not one, but two master's degrees in finance and banking and international trade, both of which she was able to gain internationally. Anastasia is an expert in her craft when it comes to strategic partnerships, investment management, corporate finances, and analytics as well. And at Deep Knowledge Group, she holds a very complex role in which she ensures the smooth functioning of various different departments and projects. And these will touch upon various different sectors, such as longevity, deep tech, AI, deep pharma, fintech, invest tech, and also food technology as well. So Anastasia, welcome. And the floor is yours. Looking forward to hearing your presentation.
Roxy, thank you so much for this presentation and welcome everyone. And so very pleased to see you and to present our report. So thank you for your attention, and I'm pleased to present today the state of food tech in 2022 as well as the investment trends. So first of all, I present Deep Knowledge Group, which is a consortium that is devoted to the longevity industry. We've been the first organizations that formed their description of the longevity under which we understand the complex of different industries and subsectors that allow you to be healthy, increase your lifespan, and of course be wealthy. Of course, we have different financial activities as well as we have a bunch of analytical subsidiaries. One of them has prepared the report on the food tech industry, and I'm glad to share with you today our insights as well as discuss the investment trends. So the food tech is unlocking the large and underpenetrated food market. Our report shows, first of all, at this slide, you can see the mind map that is like forming the food tech industry, as well as you can find the interactive mind map on our web. Here you can see that our reports numbers more than 500 companies, more than 800 investors, as well as we do map the accelerators, hubs, and R&Ds that is based on their innovation and potential and business activity across the globe. Our report offers a wealth of valuable information and analysis on the major opportunities, challenges, and trends that are currently shaping the food tech sector. Drawing on extensive research across a variety of primary and secondary sources, the comprehensive report provides the unique insights into topics like food safety, product innovation, automation, intelligent supply chains, digital health promotion, sustainability initiatives, and much more. So first of all, I would say that the global food tech market is projected to reach such as peak values more than $342 billion by 2027, according to recent analysis. The high growth of the industry can be attributed by the increasing penetration of the internet and smartphones in the development economies. The food processing industries are increasingly adopting more advanced technologies due to strict regulations being implemented by different governments and social organizations regarding the climate and environment, and resulting in minimal food waste and reduced energy consumption, and some of the factors driving growth of the food tech market. We can say that ag tech is the largest category. So here you can see that it numbers more than 25% of the whole industry across all analyzed companies. The subsectors of the ag tech includes such companies as agri-body technologies, augment colors, aiming to bridge the gap between agriculture and technologies. The second and the third biggest types are food science and food service with 19% and 30.5%. As well as you can see that delivery and retail subsectors are growing, and probably next time we can see bigger numbers in this breakdown. So here you can see the regional distribution of the food tech companies. We could say that about 70% of the food tech companies are located in the EMEA region, while the biggest regions are still like numbers. The second place is North America, and we can say that Latin America and the Asia Pacific region are growing as well. The top 5 countries by the number of food tech companies are the United States, the United Kingdom, and France. But we can see still that the increasing number of the companies in Israel and Germany. One of the latest trends in the emerge of food tech, which refers to the use of technology to improve safety, quality, and efficiency of the food production. As for April 2022, there was $61 billion totally invested in the food tech companies globally. While the overall size of the food industry indicates there is plenty of room for growth, the rapid pace of change means that food tech companies will need to continue to innovate in order to stay ahead of the curve. Most investors interested in food tech companies are based in the European MENA region, as well as we can see that there are still big number in the North America for the investors, which counts around the 40% of the investors who are located in North America. Also, we can see that one of the most invested subsector is delivery, while agtech and food science also leading in these numbers. The growth across the board in terms of investment secured numbers of deals agreed and startups reaching unicorn status lends itself to optimism. And as well, we can see that the seed startups and early stage ventures are still one of the most attractive for the investors nowadays. So I would like also to split the light for the cutting edge technologies in the food industry and the trends. As the global food robotics market is expected to reach by 3.2 billion by 2027. It is led by the shortage of the manpower in the global industry that makes us to use more robots and enhance of the annual growth rate of the robotics globally. Robotic research has expanded in the domestic industry, promoted to the technology standard and the development for the small and medium manufacturers. The robot transformation is a service sector that has significantly increased business productivity and customer experience. Here you can see the major startups in the robotics that serve the food tech industry. The second industry that has increased a lot is AI and machine learning that has automated several complex issues that the industry faced primarily. AI, along with data science, has improved the quality of restaurants, cafes, and food delivery systems. And food outlets by increasing production and utilization of different fitting algorithms to boost the sales. And in the food and beverage markets are expected to reach around 30 billion by 2026. And here you can see also the major companies that serve for AI and ML for the food tech industry. The third industry, which is rather interesting, is the global blockchain in agriculture and food supply chain market, which is projected to reach by 948 million by 2025. Amid the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, the global food supply chain's numerous inefficiencies were realized globally. This has led to the probable opening of opportunities in the mid and long-term technology markets. The blockchain platform offers a repeatable framework for end-to-end digital trade execution in the agriculture sector. Blockchain can help with inventory tracking and shipping processes and some other challenges that are served by this modern technology. So also there are different 4 trends that shaping the food tech growth in 2022. So the outbreak of COVID-19 has led to a sharp increase in demand for food delivery and takeout services, as well as greater focus on the food safety, and that burst like the whole industry a lot. And one of the most prominent trends is the move towards sustainable and personalized food choices. This includes the development of the alternative protein sources, as well as initiatives to reduce food waste and improve food safety. Moreover, the pandemic has also spurred the growth of the nutritious market as consumers seek out ways to boost their immune system. The alternative proteins market is expected to grow at a compound annual growth around 12% for CAGR in 2022-29, and is going to reach more than $36 billion by 2029. The growth of this market is driven by the increasing number of venture investments in alternative protein companies, innovations in food technology, the high nutrition value of edible insects, and the environmental sustainability benefits of alternative protein. The global food traceability market has also reached 4.5 billion in 2020 and is going to reach around $10 billion by 2028. The growth of this revenue is expected to be driven by the rising demand for food traceability systems to identify necessary documentation and tracking for each stage of the food processing. An increase in demand or important tools in the agri-food sectors presents a very useful tool for analyzing, monitoring, and managing the flow of the products, as well as a surge in demand for food products containing health-giving additives and nutraceuticals during the pandemic has prompted the nutraceutical industry to leverage AI to introduce personalized diets and nutrition, different needs, supplementation, dosage compilation for every individual. Technological advancements in the nutraceutical industry will enable more personalized approach towards nutrition in over the next 3 years, with accurate sensors possible via collaboration with expertise in medtech industry. And according to the previous year, the food waste index published by the United Nations Environment Programme showed that more than 900 million tons of food sold in 2019 were wasted, which is like this number that makes me even wondering how it could happen. That amounts to 17% of all food available at the consumer level, enough to line up in the circle of the planet 7 times over. The food tech startups tend to fall into 6 categories and 2 segments: limiting food waste produced in the first place and doing something with potential food waste that it does not end up in landfills. So these are the major trends in the food tech industry. We can see there is a big room for growth. There are major trends that allow us to see the interest of for the investor, for everyone, as well as like we should point over more about the food safety, food waste, as well as help the industry to leverage by using different technologies. The technology analytics that provided this comprehensive report, as well as serves with a FoodTech dashboard, which allows to see the dynamic 360 views of the industry ecosystem. Here you can see the market research for B2B matching tool. Please use this QR code to reach the dashboard, as well as please reach out to us in case you would be interested to learn more. At our dashboard, you can obtain competitor analysis, product and market research, find partners or service providers that specialize in your niche, as well as it's very useful for the investors who can locate startups and take a closer look at them, analyze different industries and companies, download our previous reports, track the market research, monitor and all the updates in the real time, and do much more. So also I would like to thank our Deep Knowledge Analytics for providing all these insights, and also we are always glad to discuss with the potential partners, potential collaboration, as well as we're always glad to provide all the insights on the comprehensive studies for the food tech and different other industries that could influence the market. So thank you for your attention, and I'm always glad to provide more insights on the market.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Anastasia, for your incredible presentation. I can see that we've had several comments and questions as well. So one thing I would ask is if you are able to please do stay for the panel discussion, which will be taking place later on. To our audience and guests who are joining us today, welcome to those who have joined us in the last few minutes. And just so you are aware, the session is being recorded. You will hopefully get a copy of that recording at some point, and you will be able to use that for your reference. I would also ask for you to please send any questions you have or feedback, any feedback or comments that you have in chat. And if you have a direct question, relating to anything that's come from a speaker, for example, there was a few earlier, please send that in the Q&A box. What I would ask is, Anastasia, I think there was one comment that was directed at your presentation. So if you want to answer that directly within the chat, please feel free to do so.